scored in the FA Cup final against Manchester City. Bernardo Silva. There is a late twist in the tail. Only one club in the history of the Shield have lost it 4 times in a row, and Manchester City are playing against them today. Both clubs well represented at Euro 2024, particularly City. There has been the Copa America as well. Transfers too, in and out. And of course the occupational injury hazards have meant 1 or 2 extra absentees today. But I must say, having thought we'd be talking about youth team players here, there are a lot of familiar senior faces on view.
Number 9 position, and the 2 wide players kept on making forward runs to try and break Man City's offside line. That's what they're going to be looking to do today.
Yes, the wide player on the right is Ahmad and not Garnacho. We nearly opened up to give City the opening goal here. Pressing with some menace again with Bob, who loves to get it onto his left foot and shoot. And that's your inverted wide man.
I know you're a big baseball fan.
Well, certainly I've covered it, believe it or not, a long time ago. The World Series. Well, here is a chance for McAtee, and he's hit the post. Opened up for him. Sloppy play from United. Closest we've come so far.
Play out from the back. Martinez looks uncomfortable at left back, plays a poor pass to Johnny Evans, and then he tries to bend it round the goalkeeper. He's a bit unlucky, really. McAtee, does he get a touch at the defender? No, he doesn't quite get enough bend on it.
I'm sure helping Mason Mount with his finishing. What a goal scorer he was. Howland trying to bustle his way into some sort of City possession, and now's a break. Mostly they've been dictating against the low block, and their chance to counter-attack is nipped in the bud by Bruno Fernandes. Rashford. Now Dalot. Ahmad. Drifting through. Wasn't quite in control, you felt, of the final departure from the ball. A bit of a stab across the face of the goal, but the dribbling was fine.
Certainly was. United City defenders got a bit square there against each other, and he came inside of Doku, and he's trying to bend it into that far.
Fernandes. Casemiro. Nice piece of play there, lovely play. Rashford's put it wide, deserves a goal. One touch.
Oh, this is the last bit of play. It started with the goalkeeper, switch of play from Mason Mount. Good 1 and 2 touch football around the box. Last pass is a good one, the finish isn't. It's ideally set up for him. Game's gone for far too long.
Wakanji. Mount intercepts, Diaz is there, but he's not played a great ball either. And, in the end, some driving play by Mateo Kovacic gets them where they wanted to be, and look like not getting there. Here's Doku with the shot. It's slightly wrong-footed, Onana. Remember, the goal was at the other end of Wembley, but it went into the goalkeeper's right. It was just wide of the target this time.
Good play by Doku, also good play from Kovacic. Yeah, it does take us.
We have reached half-time without a goal. A couple of good opportunities at either end. James McAtee hitting a post. Doku had his moments cutting in from the left and from the right for Manchester United. Amad Diallo has caused Manchester City some problems, and feeding him, I think, will be part of the process for United in 2024, until United came here and beat them on May the 25th. Lacklustre performance here. City looking for, it might be builders' revenge. It won't quite make up for the disappointment. Flag has stayed down as it's expected to do, and Bruno Fernandes puts it in the back of the net, and the flag doesn't go up. He has a look, and now it goes up.
Well, I'm right in line with it, and as soon as the ball was played, I stuck. Well, it's a tight one, but he was offside. Just made his run a fraction too early. The Man City centre halves stood their ground. It's a lovely finish, of course it is, but that looked offside as soon as the ball was played. Edison couldn't get near it.
Of course, it will be checked. That's the reason the flag stays down, in case the system got it wrong. Fernandez got it absolutely right, but the way he looked across.
Number 37, Tommy Mainu. Replaced by number 43,
There's a match to check who goes off as who comes on. Mason Mount, that's part of an hour, having played on the tour. He might have thought for longer than that. Toby Collier.
Pelistri's actually playing as the right back. Dello's gone to left back, and Martinez is playing alongside Johnny Evans.
Here's Doku. Back to Guardiola. Doku again. Test for Pelistri. He's not really up to it. McAtee. Tee up Lewis. Guardiola has a crack, and it's a decent one. Onana looked. I think he knew it was going wide, but
I've seen him score one or two good goals last year on his right foot. This one, his weaker foot, trying to bend it into that far corner. As you can see by the flight of the ball, it doesn't really get much bend on it, does it?
seen as too much of a workload this early in the season. Rightly so. Casemiro's ball, and Bruno Fernandes has taken it superbly.
It's a fair one, no doubt about that. Here's the ball over the top. Timing of the run is perfect. Two centre-halves are facing down the pitch. The Man City. Casemiro saw the... If I remember rightly, Man City weren't very happy with the celebrations that Arsenal had.
Garnacho, they might not be too happy now. He's away for Rashford, a great chance. He's missed one now in each half.
So Garnacho did everything right here. Lovely ball played round the corner by Fernandes. Garnacho plays it superbly. Does just bobble up slightly on his left foot, but it comes off his shin in the end rather than his boot. It's a poor miss by Marcus Rashford. Watch where it hits him. It's right off his ankle. That's why he misses it. Big chance. Free header for Rashford.
And here he comes, the birthday boy.
Kanji's quite quick. Not sure that can be said about Diaz and Guardiola.
Got numbers forward here, Manchester United. Garnacho trying to win it. He might just have done that. And he's scored here at a crucial time in the Community Shield.
Well, what a great bit of play it is from Garnacho. We know he's got ability, but when the ball comes to him, yes, he's in a good position. It's all set up for him. They win the ball back. He's in space down this right-hand side. They back off. Diaz backs off. There's nobody challenging the ball. Vardiol's recovered, but recovered too far. The next player can't get out, which is a Kanji, and it's a brilliant finish back at the near post. He knew exactly what he was doing here. Good composure, no chance for Edison.
Well, we talked about the back three. He took all of them on. Lewis. It's a lovely turn. And the header from the birthday boy, Bernardo Silva. There is a late twist in the tail.
Your Manchester City goal scorer.
City not giving in here.
Bernardo Silva.
It's 1-1 in the Shield, and Oscar Bob can turn away with pride.
Look at this bit of play from him. He's a left-footed player. He can come in field, but he can also go down the outside. It's a lovely ball into the box. And the header from Bernardo Silva gets across the front of Pellistri, who's playing as a right back. It's a good header. Onana can't get there. But what a good cross that is, on his weaker right foot into a good area. And Bernardo Silva, probably the smallest player, one of the smallest players on the field. Just
wasted a lot of penalties down the years, but it goes to penalties here, and we'll see whether they can do better this time than they did a year ago. A wonderful goal by Garnacho. In the end, wasn't enough to win the Shield. Well, he is the recognised penalty expert. Doesn't always take the first one in the shootouts.
Are we going to see a little hop, skip and a jump?
That is exactly what Ederson's thinking, I would imagine. So here we go. Shootout for the Community Shield. Bruno Fernandes sends Ederson the wrong way, and Manchester United are 1-0 up, 1 out of 1.
Yeah, fairly straightforward penalty from Bruno Fernandes. Just a slight delay, but just strokes it. It's not even in the corner. I think he must sense that Ederson was going one way and just passed it to the other side of him.
So it's the senior citizens who are coming forward. Certainly this one, Bernardo Silva again, there's no one who's really established themselves as Manchester City's major penalty taker before Erling Haaland. And here goes the man who equalised, and it's a poor penalty. Well played, Onana, but the truth is it was made very easy for him, and as the header was as powerful and dynamic, that was just the opposite.
That looked very lacklustre, didn't it? Couple of paces, nice height for the goalkeeper, no real pace on it. He's frustrated with himself. That's a poor penalty.
It's shades of City at this stage last season. Marcus, no, who stepped up here? Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot is second on parade for Manchester United. And it gets in despite the best efforts from Ederson, who did well to reach it, hit with power.
It's a nice height for him, the goalkeeper. Chooses the right way. Oh, he should save it, I think. Once he makes, or gets both hands to it, I think he should keep that one out. Dalot gets a bit lucky there.
Kevin De Bruyne, who's only on the field for a few minutes, finds himself at a critical stage of the shootout for Manchester City. Onana's saved already from Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne does well. Man City are on the board, 2-1.
Yeah, just egging Ederson along. Can you get us back into this game? Make a save for us. Little stop there, and then he knows that Onana's already gone that way, so he can just roll it into the other side. Good penalty.
So Garnacho, having seen the score of the City goal in regulation time miss, he needs to keep Manchester United's advantage here. He has the chance to keep Manchester United's advantage against Ederson, and tricks the goalkeeper. 3 out of 3 for the team in red.
And I think that's a really top-class penalty. Bit of whip on it. Hits the side netting as well. You don't get much better than that.
So, a man who has slotted home plenty of penalties since he joined Manchester City and before. But this won't go down in the record books as a Wembley goal, but he needs to score it nonetheless.
Well, he had a very poor game, Erling Haaland. Hardly involved. When he was involved, didn't get hold of the ball enough. I'm not overly confident he's going to score this one.
Onana waits, but he shows no doubts. So it is 3-2.
Nana saying, "You on, play it that side. That's the way you're going to have to go because I'm standing here." And then by the time he plays it, he's in the middle and moving across, so it's a fairly easy penalty for Haaland in the end.
In a game of bluff and double bluff, I don't think that was well played, really, by the Manchester United goalkeeper. Well, now Jadon Sancho to make a contribution. A bit of redemption for Sancho, of course, took a penalty here for England. And like then, he has failed from the spot. Ederson got to it. Frame of the goal did the rest. And Manchester City might just be back in business, Stuart.
Well, I think it's a shame for Sancho, a player that must be short on confidence at Manchester United. But, again, it's a nice height for the goalkeeper. He gets that top hand to it and just about keeps it out, but it's not great news for Sancho. Well, here's a big moment for someone new at the club.
Savinho has the chance to level it up. Nana might not know much about his technique, and he can't keep it out. It's a very good penalty. Another twist to the drama here. In the 90 minutes, Ten Hag's side seemed to be moving towards victory. In the penalty shootout, Ten Hag's side have been moving towards seeming victory.
Yeah, good penalty, as you said. Side foot, accurate, enough pace on it. And all the good work that Casemiro did in the second half. Can he continue it here?
Casemiro, he certainly can continue it. And the shootout moves in Manchester United's favour, but City, of course, have taken one less. Not right in the corner, but good enough.
You have to believe that when you hit it in that area, that the goalkeeper's going to go the other way.
Talking of goalkeeper, Stuart.
Well, I'd imagine he's going to smash this. It's one of the best strikers of the ball I've seen.
He's taken the responsibility here, and he doesn't smash it, but he scores it. And the goalkeepers' union, they're having a chat about that, I'm sure, afterwards. So here we are with 5 penalties each and 4 all on the board. Scott McTominay.
One of the many players that have been linked to a move away from Manchester United throughout the summer.
Here he goes. And Ederson went the right way, but there's too much power from the Scott McTominay.
Does he get hands to this? I think he might just, but can't keep it out. Good enough from McTominay.
Matheus Nunes has to score.
You always look at a player as he's coming up to take the penalty. I would suggest he doesn't look overly confident.
But then you didn't fancy Haaland.
No, true.
Here we go. We'll find out in a fraction of a second now as Nunes scores with a certain amount of aplomb.
I'd take it all back. What a penalty. There's no saving that because it's the height that beats the goalkeeper.
If you go high and keep it under the bar, you always score, really, but the risk of going over the top. And here is Lisandro Martinez.
Had a difficult first half, playing at left back rather than his normal centre-back position. Went to centre-back when Maguire went off.
Shootout is level. But now Manchester United lead again and the pressure goes back on City. cheeky penalty, really.
Yeah, just has that little hop into it, right in the corner.
Right into the side of the net. That's unreachable, really. So it's down to the captain, Ruben Diaz.
Pep Guardiola turns away. Once it starts getting down to the centre halves.
Yeah, maybe he feels like you felt a couple of times. Diaz has to score for Manchester City. And again, Pep Guardiola should show more faith, you think. A very calmly delivered shot.
And he gives the goalkeeper Edison a big shout. Johnny Evans.
As you say, getting down to the central defenders. This time, the players that have been substituted are quite relieved that they're not standing in the centre circle, waiting a fateful moment. Can't recall seeing Johnny Evans take a penalty in his long career. We're 6-all in the shootout. He's missed.
Well, there's what you were talking about. Trying to keep it high, but under the crossbar. Was he trying to go down the middle? It's a half-hearted penalty, really. He's frustrated with himself. He tries to go down the middle and lift it over the keeper. It's a poor, poor penalty.
And now Pep Guardiola is looking a little bit happier. He's got a bit of advice from Edison to Manuel Akanji. Well, Manchester City were staring defeat in regulation time. Bernardo Silva scored. Then when Silva's penalty was saved, they were staring defeat in the shootout. But this to win the Community Shield, and they've done it. It's a measure of revenge for Manchester City for their FA Cup failure against United back in May. The prize perhaps not quite so glamorous, but after losing in this fixture for the last 3 years, City will be pleased to get their hands on this Community Shield. Stuart Robson.
Well, you can see what it means to Manchester City and the players. You can see what it means to Erik ten Hag. It was a good game, great preparation for the start of the season, but as I said in the commentary, if you think this is a friendly, you're wrong.
And today they have recaptured the Community Shield. The winners of the Shield 2024 are Manchester City.